Hello guys, Crispy here, welcome back to another video. In this one, my friends, I'm going to be testing a GeForce GT 1032GB GDDR5 in Borderlands 4. Yes, I'm sorry for what's about to unfold here, but we need to know how it runs, right? This GT 1030 is the MSI Aero version of the card. I'm running it with the latest Nvidia drivers, and I am overclocking it a little bit here, alright? You can see all of its specs in Tech Power Ups GPU Z. This is always quite funny, PCI Express times 4. Anyway, and preparing it with the i5 12600KF overclocked and 32GB of RAM. Let's get into it, shall we? Alright guys, and we're getting 2 frames per second with blinking graphics, 3 FPS, oh my gosh, such smoothness. We increased our frame rate by 50% just by waiting a second or so. Anyway, we're playing at 1080p first, utilizing the lowest settings, of course, with FSR set to full resolution at the moment, which is less intensive than disabling the upscaling method altogether. So just so you know, all right? I'm going to keep FSR enabled here, which is the least intensive of the upscalers as well. And this is it. Can we get inside of the game? That's the real question. I can't seem to be able to get out of the menu. Come on, there we go. Oh, no. Don't get out of the game. Thank you. Okay, let's hit continue there. And see how long it takes. Well, if you wondered how a slideshow of this tunnel portal thingy would look like, this is it, my friends. 4 FPS, 3 FPS. Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Are we in? Yes, we are. And it's not totally broken in terms of graphics. Okay. And it's the flattest frame time graph I have ever seen as well in Borderlands 4, guys. Look at how smooth it is! Why is he holding the weapon like that? That's so weird. Well, maybe it's just an animation that is taking a really long time to make. Yeah, it's me just moving the camera around. It does that to the weapon, apparently. I never noticed, but you know what? That's the beauty of playing with the GT 1030. You notice things that you didn't even know were there. Like the animations on the weapons and the ghost. Well, you knew that the ghosting was there, I guess, right? Probably. The noisy shadows. All right, anyway. Obviously, we don't really need to play this one for much longer. You already know it is absolutely terrible of an experience, but what can we do to make it better? Let's try to hit like double-digit FPS. That would be nice. Well, first of all... No, come on. I'm trying here, guys. There we go. First of all, let's try to lower it down to ultra performance upscaling, which will be 360p resolution internally at the 1080p resolution of the display right now. And this, damn, this doubled our FPS, right? More than doubled. We were at 2 FPS. Well, now it's 4. So yeah, we literally doubled our FPS. A 100% increase in frame rate, guys. Just by adjusting a single FSR setting. Oh my. Okay, we might die here, though. Can I kill someone? Oh boy. Come on. Throw grenades. Let's go. Heal yourself, buddy. Heal. There we go. At least it still feels responsive in terms of keyboard inputs. Sometimes we're tripling our frame rate, actually. So... really good stuff, right? Maybe with some frame generation. Oh my gosh. What have I reminded myself of? Sometimes I forget about frame generation when the baseline FPS are way too low, like it is right now. Oh my gosh. Wait. I might be able to do this, guys. Wait. We got one. Good stuff. But as I was saying, sometimes I forget to test frame generation because FPS are way too low already, and it's not a good baseline to enable frame generation, so I don't do that. You know what? Who cares? Let's see if we can get 10 FPS. Let's see if we can double our FPS once again. Here we go. FSR FG is enabled now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go, guys. All right. 8. It doesn't quite double it. It's close, though. It's close. I mean, we were getting 4 sometimes, right? So we are doubling it. In terms of input latency, it's the worst thing that I have ever tried. Actually, probably not ever, though, because we've tested GT710 a bunch of times here in the channel, and G100 and so on. Go check that out if you haven't already. It's one of my most viewed videos, actually. But, hey, focusing on what's important. Can we play the game like this? No, obviously not. I mean, at the same time, I am playing the game, right? Does that mean that it's playable? No. I do many weird things, my friends, and many stupid things that I shouldn't do. Like this. This is something that I shouldn't be doing, but a lot of you actually asked for this, you know? So it's all your fault, as usual. Why am I testing a GT 1030 in one of the most unoptimized games ever? Well, a lot of you asked for it. And also, I'm curious about it as well. I just... Even if you didn't ask about it, I would do it, guys, because sometimes we gotta have a bit of fun in life, you know? And this is my definition of fun. It's also the definition of insanity for a lot of people. Also, yeah, let's look at the sky. Can we get 10 FPS looking at the sky? Why are you looking down? Oh, the input lag is so long. It takes so long to register your inputs that I looked at the sky a really long time ago, and it was still looking at the ground. Like, I'm gonna move my mouse right now. Yeah. Actually, this is better. See that? See that input lag? And if you do this a ton of times, it's even worse. Yeah. Could be worse, though. At least we're getting double digits at times when looking at the sky. But should we just end the video there? Maybe. But I'm not gonna, because we need to check it out at the lowest resolution possible, which apparently is 720p resolution in this game. Really? Damn it, dude. I thought it could go down to like 640 by 480, but no. Come on, apply it. There we go. Alright, so here we go. We're at 720p with ultra performance FSR, which makes it 240p internally. Wow, we're still with frame generation, but we're finally getting double-digit FPS at 240p. Holy crap. With frame generation, remember that, yeah. Of course, this is all with frame generation, which feels absolutely awful. Whew. You know what, guys? That might be it for this one. I'm gonna keep it very short because I don't want to burn your retinas anymore, and I feel like I have already done irreparable damage to you and to me, and I'm just gonna sleep at this point. Also, a very interesting thing is we're still VRAM limited here at these settings. I'm going to disable frame generation, by the way, if I can go into the menu, thank you, because we are VRAM limited, and the GPU isn't even consuming what it's supposed to be consuming in terms of power. It's a 35 or 30 watt GPU, and it's consuming about 18, 20 sometimes. So if we can somehow make it consume less than 2 gigabytes of VRAM, we could be seeing a lot better performance. And, all right, yeah, disabling frame generation, well, it's down to 8 and 7. Never mind. At the start, I thought we were going to get 10 and 11 FPS still. So that would mean that the GT 1030 would now be stretching its legs and not VRAM limited anymore, but we're still VRAM limited. All right, there's nothing that we can do to play this game properly on a 2 gigabyte card, let alone a GT 1030, which is one of the worst modern-ish. It's 9 years old, or 8 years old actually at this point, but it's still Pascal GPU, you know. Pascal isn't that old, is it? I think so, maybe. I don't like to think of Pascal as being old, alright? It's the goated series of Nvidia GPUs, alright? Yeah, it's kind of a miracle, like Randy said, that this launches the game. Okay. So, yeah, that's it, guys. If you're into comic books, I guess this is actually quite nice because it has that comic book art style to it because it's Borderlands, and also it runs like you're turning pages on a book. So I think that's the best compliment that I can give to this GPU in this game. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't melt your brains or anything. And I'll catch you in the next one very soon. Love you all. Bye-bye.